Well, greetings everyone, and welcome once again to a Friday edition of We the People. Uh, our guest tonight was supposed to be Mr. Mike Smith. Mike was a former homeless veteran, and he's now doing some work up in Fargo, North Dakota. And I'm not exactly sure what happened this evening, but I'm sure we can reschedule, Mike. Um, but one of the things that I really want to touch on was the availability of programs to veterans, uh, homeless veterans, recently released veterans that have been reincarcerated. There were programs to at least you could apply, and there was usually a waiting list. I know when I was going to anger management at first, there was a waiting list. I had to wait 4 months to get in. It was originally a 6 month wait, but I managed to get on a little earlier. Anyway, um, then versus now, um, I think it was much harder for veterans of my era to get those benefits because the government really didn't want to, first of all, acknowledge uh, the soldiers that came back from Vietnam, um, especially with mental health benefits. Um, you were considered crazy, combat fatigue, whatever they wanted to call it at that particular time. Um, there were guys that had symptoms of Agent Orange, and they were considered not normal, but abnormal, abnormal conditions for which there was no explanation. In other words, why why were these things happening? And there was no studies until later, until I want to say uh, the early '80s, that really confirmed some of the things that were happening. As a matter of fact, if there are veterans now that have been included because of burn pits. You say, what was burn pits? Well, burn pits was human excrement mixed with diesel fuel and kerosene and burn. Um, of course, and then you take after you burn it, you take it out and bury it in the ground. But in the meantime, you're inhaling human shit along with the same noxious fumes from the diesel and the kerosene. I mean, so uh, now uh, burn pits. If you were exposed, you can file for that. But as I said, coming back, in the '60s, late '60s, early '70s, um, it was a much different uh, attitude toward soldiers, uh, especially soldiers that went to Vietnam, than there was, uh, like I said, later on. They learned, and then they worded the provisions so that if something happened to you while you were alive, it was fine. But if you died as a result of those, then your benefits stopped. Your family did no longer receive their benefits, and if you wanted to be compensated, you had to be a member of a class action suit, I believe. But anyway, things have changed, but the more things change, the more they stay the same. You look at the population of homeless veterans at this particular point, 2024, 25, I'm sorry. And you say, why haven't these things been fixed by now? Well, actually, the reason why a lot of this hasn't been fixed by now is due to politics. Um, we saw during the last uh, time that when 47 was 45, they tried to privatize the benefits then. And I think that when you have two men that have dodged the draft from their particular countries, how can you have respect for the military? I have, we have a 47 wants to have a military parade on his birthday. Show me one Democratic leader that has had a military parade on his birthday. There are many things that need to be fixed when it comes to taking care of our veterans. But the last thing that we need is Senor Bone Spurs having a military parade in Washington, D.C. Are we going to run tanks down the streets? I am afraid for this summer. I'm hoping that the temperature stays within reason and we're not hit by a wave of racial violence like we were in 1968. But it took a long time for men that fought to get the recognition. But some, a lot of people say thank you for your service, and I wonder why it took 50 years for that to happen when you have troops coming back from Desert Storm, uh, Afghanistan, different places around the world where we have fought, and our troops today are honored by most of the public. I'm not sure that Donald Duck or Husky know uh, what that word means. Honor. Anyway, I was hoping that Mr. Smith would uh, come by the show this evening. As I said, he has a very, very unique uh, story. As a matter of fact, let me let me find or let me get Mike up here and let me see. Okay. Okay. I want to get his information here. Uh, okay, I believe. Well, he's not here. Let me just go ahead and take the time that I need, and I will because I want to give you his website. His book is actually on his website, uh, so it's free to read. I'm not sure if you can download it as a PDF, but I will see. Uh, I'm running a little slow. Okay, here it is. The Gutter Gospel. Former homeless veteran shares his true life story of redemption. Uh, God rescued me so I could help others who struggle daily with their life. And if you're looking for his life story, you can go to theguttergospel.com/home. So, and Mike is also on social media, I believe. You can check out Mike Smith. As I said, Mike Smith, former homeless veteran, shares his true life story of redemption. So Mike is located in Fargo, North Dakota. So make sure you get the right mic. In the meantime, this Monday we will have Dr. Philip Argonos. I hope I'm not butchering his name. But he will be talking about self sabotage. And I'm sure there are a lot of uh, veterans and just other people out there, maybe someone that you know very well, that you see always put themselves in situations and self sabotage. I know that was one of my biggest faults when I came back because I had the knowledge to do other things, and I chose to do things that I knew were against the law. So, self sabotage is a subject that I'm sure that we're all very interested in. I want to thank everyone for their time. Hopefully, we can get Mr. Smith on the show. That it's not a family emergency or something that causes excuse me that causes them dire distress. So thank you everyone for giving me my little 15 minutes of fame this Friday night. Uh, have a good night, everyone, and I will see you Monday evening right here on We the People. Thank you. Have a great